Hi, I'm Mark Zepp at Crocker Farm Auction. I'm here to discuss a wonderful example of Southern folk pottery that we'll be selling in our March 19th auction. As you can see, it's a face jug, very popular Southern form throughout the 20th century. There's still a lot of potteries nowadays that make them, but the interesting thing about this piece is that it was made very early on in the history of the Southern face vessel, sometime probably around 1900, maybe 1910. And we know through the help of one major collector that this piece was made by a member of the Brown family of potters, who are still active today in North Carolina. But this piece was made during a tenure in Georgia. They were in Georgia for a period from the late 19th century into the early 20th century. They even had a stint in Alabama, and then of course they ended up in Arden, North Carolina, where you'll find pieces made from the 1930s up until recently that have a Brown pottery stamp on them. But this piece has a very distinctive glaze. It's popular in areas of Georgia and Alabama during the late 19th century and early 20th century, in which the piece is dunked in a brown Albany slip and then put in the kiln and salt glazed. And so it creates this appealing frog skin glaze. The salt reacts with the Albany slip and creates an appealing green coloration modeled throughout. And you can see the front of this jug was hit a lot heavier with the salt glaze when it vaporized in the kiln than the back. The back looks fairly typical to an Albany slip glaze jug, but the front, thankfully the important part of the piece, has this very nice green glaze. It has a finely executed face, very delicate eyebrows formed here, oval eyes, circular pupils. C-scroll ears. And a mouth with teeth. And you notice the incisors in the front are larger than the rest. And one of the great things about this jug, something that you very rarely find on earlier period face vessels, is an inscription. And in this case it says "gone but not forgotten." And almost, and the N is kind of strange. It almost looks like it says "God but not forgotten." G-O-N but not forgotten. And so this piece may be, a whimsical, a tongue-in-cheek, a humorous commentary on drinking alcohol and the fact that the alcohol that was inside this jug is gone but not forgotten. Or maybe this was made in honor of some friend of the pottery who is deceased. There's a handful of other jugs like this with the high set face, similar eyes and eyebrows and mouth and nose, and similar glaze treatment. Also with other inscriptions that are attributed to the Brown family. But they're quite rare. There's not many of them out there. This piece was actually recently discovered on the Georgia-Alabama border. And it's a fresh to the market, exciting new discovery which broadens our horizons and broadens our understanding of the different face jug producers in the American South. And we're very happy to offer it in our March 19th auction.